Hey there, Virgo. This is your reading for the first week of December, the 1st to the 7th. I've started us off by flipping to a random page in our spirit animal book. And today we have gotten the Pheonix. That's pretty heckin' cool. So, the Pheonix is telling us that it's time to get ready for a significant change, one that is in fact built upon an idea that we have previously discarded. So that might be pretty interesting. So it's telling us to let go of things that no longer serve us, likely to make room for this new change coming in. And it's telling us that we need to allow our vision to emerge so that we can manifest this into the physical realm. And no matter what darkness or issues we've been facing up until this time, we need to trust and understand that relief is on the way. So that's awesome to hear. And it's also letting us know that we may have to make some compromises or sacrifices in our daily routine in order to gain the treasures and prosperities that are coming in. It's also encouraging us to pay close attention to the cycles of nature and how we are embodying them. So do we slow down in the winter? Do we feel fired up in the spring? Things like that. And it's good to honor those cycles. They're like that for a reason, right? Sometimes we need rest. All right. And it's also telling us that now would be a good time to light the passion in our heart with a little bit of song or chanting. So if that's your vibe, definitely a good time to do it. I know I'll be singing in the shower tonight. I always do. I feel bad for my neighbors. Okay, so we're moving on with the rider-waite tarot. I'm just going to pull a bunch of random cards and we'll see where it's taking us. Once again, for our Virgo friends, for the first week of December. Okay. A couple more. Perfect. All right. At a glance, I am seeing a number of swords, which is talking about our mindset and our thoughts, and a lot of wands, which is talking about action moving forward. So we do start off with the moon. So the moon is talking about this mysterious time. The eclipse here kind of talks about this in-between phase that we feel. So this is definitely regarding evolution, which the Pheonix kind of mentioned, right? We're going through these changes. And I do want to point out the Pheonix had mentioned this need to look at natural cycles and kind of comparing that to ourselves. Because the moon itself encourages us to look at her cycles and to kind of relay that back to where we are. So is the moon waxing? Is it waning? That kind of thing. And as it is an evolutionary stage within ourselves, it's kind of this in-between feeling of, I don't love the things I used to love, but I don't know what I love now. So it's kind of this mysterious in-between time, which is really exciting though. So that takes us to the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is talking about good luck. We're gaining ground. It's new opportunities. These pyramids in the back here talk about, like the mountains talk about overcoming obstacles in the tarot, but these are kind of like more like pyramids here. So it's kind of almost indicatory of travel in some cases for some of those lucky Virgos out there. Okay, moving past the Page of Wands with this opportunity, this positive forward movement, it takes us to the Queen of Swords. She's thinking clearly. All these clouds, they're not even an issue for her. She knows what's going on. She can trust her mind, her intuition. And not only that, she's very powerful and strong, and she knows her worth. She's not accepting any offers from anyone unless they are meeting her where she is, which I love. Very empowered. And that takes us to the Hanged Man. Kind of feels a lot like the moon here, where it's this in-between phase of we're leaving an old way and we're going into a new way. But at this time, it feels a little, what's the word I'm looking for? It feels like there's this stagnation occurring. However, the Hanged Man is also kind of analogous to Odin on the world tree. He hung from the world tree, and that's where he discovered the magic of the runes. As you can see, there's this enlightenment happening, right? We're getting these answers. Now, after that, we have the Four of Swords showing up. So this is a card talking about rest, relaxation, recovery. It's like there's been a lot of forward moving action, and then we've kind of hit this point where it's like, okay, I need to stop. I need to consider where I'm at. And it's kind of like, okay, well, now I need to rest before I carry on. Because you do carry on with the King of Wands. So you're definitely moving upward. It seems like you're taking the steps that you need to, right? Now, the salamander here at the bottom, as well as right behind him here, is talking about protection. Like, this guy is divinely protected. Not only that, he is very well respected. He is ambitious. He is driven. He is successful in all of his enterprises. Like, this is a strong individual. So I really like where this is going so far. I'm going to start pulling some more cards from the Pulp Tarot next. And once again, for the Virgo friends, for the first week of December, what kind of vibes are we working with? Sorry if I'm looking around a lot. There's a woodpecker that came to visit me at my window right here, and it was really nice. I don't see woodpeckers very often, so I do get excited when I see them. Okay, let's take a couple more. And perfect. Okay. Nope, I'm going to take one more. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I just needed a little more clarification. Okay. So we're looking at the phases of the moon to see where we are in our evolution. It's a very mysterious time. But it takes us to the Page of Wands, where he's moving forward, he's getting opportunities, and it's looking very auspicious. Because then we're going to the Queen of Wands, where we're thinking clearly, and we're not accepting anything less than what we are worth. I love that. And then we're taking a time out to seek the answers, to seek enlightenment within. And we're needing a little bit of rest and recovery, relaxation afterward. But this is a blessing for us. Taking us to the King of Wands, where we are protected, we are respected, and we are full of dynamic, ambitious forward movement, and it's successful. However, this takes us to the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is talking about this confusion. You can see they're in this kind of, it looks like a prison. So it's, I don't get really self-imposed restrictions. I'm getting more just this confusion, especially because of the moon card showing up. It is a mysterious time, and that can lead us to this in-between feeling of confusion, because the next card coming up is the moon again. This is a very, very mysterious time where I mean, we are in this in-between phase. We don't know what's happening, and it can feel confusing and maybe even a little disheartening sometimes too. However, next off is the Eight of Wands coming up. So the Eight of Wands talks about this very rapid, quick forward movement. And to me, it's kind of like getting things in order as well. That might be a little helpful, especially in a confusing time. Sometimes just setting some of our things, our physical items in order kind of helps clear our minds too, right? So that's definitely something to think about. So this is, it's like we've had this slow going, like we've taken our rest and recovery here. Then we had this really fast burst of energy, but then it left us kind of feeling confused still because we've put in all this work, right? So we're a little confused, maybe a little bit disheartened because it's still a little mysterious, but we're pressing on, we're moving forward, we're going quick. It's a fast whirlwind time that is joyous. So it's like, we've moved past this chaotic sadness. What a strange two words to put together, chaotic sadness. Okay, sorry. We're moving forward. I'm a Virgo too, so I'm in this with you. So next we have the star showing up. I love this. So the star is its inspiration, it's hope, it's transformation, regeneration. It's our life path. She is freaking radiant right now. Look at her, she's shining. So don't hide your light. Shine it very brightly. Everyone deserves to see it, and especially you. So it's healing, it's peace, it's happiness. This is beautiful. Especially after like the Eight of Swords showing up and the moon, like there's this confusion, but it's like you're getting back on track, right? I love that. And then that takes us to the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, it talks about a harvest that they're deeply considering. They're wondering, is the work that I'm putting in, is it really worth it? Or should I take some of this skill that I've learned with this harvest and try and start another harvest or another project? However, one thing that the Pheonix had mentioned was, in order to reap the benefits of a harvest coming in, it might be required of us to partake in some daily sacrifice that might be needed in order to reap the benefits. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about in regards to this card. Now next, I had gotten the Tower. So this tells me that some of us may have let this project go, but I really don't feel like the Tower is talking about a physical thing that we are removing or letting go of. Because the Tower is talking about this, we've been taken down a peg, for lack of better words. Like, it's the universe saying, like, no, this is silly. Your head's in the clouds. We're bringing it back down to reality. So I was a little like, what is this exactly for the Tower? I mean, the Pheonix did talk about a death and a rebirth, so I'm kind of getting that vibe from this. This is a very internal Tower moment, but we love the Tower because good change is happening because of the Tower. And so I went to clarify the Tower to see, like, what is it? What is the Tower? The Tower is the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is this, see, she like looks dead inside. That can be relatable. She's got these 3 cups here, and this 4th cup is being offered to her, but it's like she can't. She's overwhelmed. She's got too much on her plate, and she's exhausted. It's overwhelming, right? So I'm getting that it's like we're letting go of this overwhelming emotion, this negative emotion of, oh, I can't take anymore. And once we do let go of this, it brings us to the 10 of Pentacles. It's this huge harvest. It's abundant. It's happiness. It's gain. And not only that, the 10 of Pentacles does encourage us to chat with others, because networking and working alongside community is going to increase this abundance, this harvest, like tenfold. So definitely something to think about. And I mean, that's what our Pheonix friend was talking about, is if we are willing to push through, if we're willing to put in the sacrifice and the hard work, which ain't nothing harder than a tower moment, we will be successful. And that's what's being shown. So I'm going to press onward with the Quantum Oracle. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. And once again, this is for our Virgo friends for the first week of December, the 1st until the 7th. Okay, one more. One more. Okay. All right. Going from the moon, this mystery, we're kind of in between in our life phase, basically, our life cycle. But we're getting new opportunities. We're moving forward with dynamic action. It is opportunity and it's looking good. And we're thinking clearly. We know our worth. But we just got to take a sec to chill out and seek some inward answers, right? Find a new path, a new way. Still resting and recovering, but it's a blessing. We needed this. And then it takes us to the King of Wands. It's respect, it's protection, it's success, it's sturdy, is looking good. Then there's a little bit of confusion here. And that makes sense, because I mean, the moon's showing up again. What phase are we in, right? Taking us to this swift forward movement. It's quick. It's a whirlwind time. And then that brings us to the star. We're shining brightly. We're radiant. We're healing. It's a beautiful time. Do not hide your light. It's inspiration. It's hope. It's transformation, regeneration. You're killing it. And the 7 of Pentacles. Like, we got to work hard on this harvest, right? And it's like, do we want to continue with this same harvest or take the skills into another? But then the Tower shows up. We got to let go of something that isn't working. We're being snapped back to reality. It's all bee-rabbit, mom spaghetti right now, right? Bad 8-mile joke. I'm sorry. And then this is what we're letting go of. This feeling of, oh, I can't. I'm too overwhelmed. We're letting go of that with the Tower. Because it's bringing us to the 10 of Pentacles. Letting go of what doesn't serve us is going to allow for this harvest to come in. And that's confirmed by our new beginnings. New beginnings. This is beautiful. Fresh start. I love it. And it's being bolstered by friends, families, and guides. You're intuitive at this time. Listen to your guides, your friends, your family. They have your back. They care about you. And then that's being confirmed by taking steps. You're moving forward, and it's like she's moving fast. Like, I'm almost getting this vibe of like she's like skipping up the steps or like floating up the steps. It feels like there's this ease, right? You've kind of allowed this ease to come in. And I feel like that's because we've let go of this emotional overwhelm. It allows us to just float forward. Next, after the taking steps, we got this deception card. To me, I'm not getting people for this. What I'm getting is our own selves trying to get in our own way, trying to deceive us off of this path. It feels like our shadow is trying to mess with us. However, we are conscious of it and we're choosing optimism. We're choosing happiness. I love it. So I'm going to close off this reading with one more card from my Shaman Oracle. But this is looking really good. It looks like if we're willing to take these steps and put in the work for ourselves, because we're worth it. We're the star. And it looks like things go really well for us. Definitely very much talking about our Pheonix friend. So we are getting the Shaman of Tradition. What I'm getting from this is cycles. I'm seeing a lot of talk of cycles here. The moon, the cycle of new beginnings. We've been here before, right? All these cycles, they just keep repeating. We're moving forward. It's a repeat of the cycle, but an upward movement, and we're upgrading. It just takes time, and we have to trust the cycle. We know what we're doing. We are empowered, and we are the star. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day and a wonderful first week of December. There's positive change on the way. Trust in yourself and your guides. Your guides have got you. All right, take care.